Hi guys, today I'm really excited to be joining up with Lauren from the Practical Homeschooler, and we are talking about tips and ideas to get your kiddos helping out in the kitchen. I'm really excited to be joining in this video with Lauren because she is one of my absolute favorite homeschool YouTube mamas to watch. Her channel is full of lots and lots of homeschool content. She has 3 girls that she homeschools. She does amazing curriculum reviews, curriculum flip-throughs, all of those things. So go check out Lauren's channel because she is definitely full of lots of good information. She's super fun and her girls are super sweet and they're really, really fun to watch. So thank you, Lauren, for joining me today. I will link her channel down below. I will link her video down below, so check out her ideas, tips, and tricks as well. So, as I mentioned, our focus today is on getting your kiddos involved in the kitchen with you. Now, you may have kids that are naturally wanting to help. My girls, actually all of my kids, love to help in the kitchen. They love to be included in what we're eating, prepping with the meals and things like that. So I'm just gonna simply talk about some of my top ideas and ways that I have gone about introducing kitchen help or the desire from my kiddos to want to help in the kitchen. So again, this is a natural thing for, I would say most kids are interested in baking, stirring, things like that. Some girls probably a little bit more than boys. But again, this video can apply to girls or boys. So let's go ahead and jump right into some of my top ideas. So I would say number 1 on my list is to choose easier recipes or doable recipes for the time frame that you're working with or the age of the child that you're working with. Some of our favorites to do, the easy ones that we have just started out with, Zoe likes to make eggs with supervision from me, of course. She knows how to make scrambled eggs and mix in different things with her eggs. Easton knows how to make popcorn on the stove from kernels, so he gets all of his supplies out and gets the oil, gets the kernels and all that. I know that's not super complicated, but we worked on that step by step so that he felt safe enough that while I stepped away, he would be able to take care of that snack prep. So if I'm doing a lesson with someone else and everybody else is starving, then Easton can hop on in the kitchen and I just ask him to make up some popcorn and he can go and he can get that taken care of for us. Super helpful. Also, cake pops is another really easy one that we've tackled lately. That was really, really fun. That's an easier one to do. And also some homemade fruit leathers. That was one that we did a few weeks ago, and that was pretty easy. I will say that didn't require a ton of like mixing or anything from the kids, but the girls sat with me and they helped me put all of the fruit into the blender. We mixed it up and then poured it on the tray, and they just like to see the process of how it went from liquid fruit into like a chewy, leathery fruit. So that was neat. And then number 2 is to buy some fun personalized gear for them. So one of Zoe's Christmas gifts from this past Christmas was some kitchen supplies because I could see that it was a desire in her and a want in her to learn how to get better at these skills. And so I thought that I would go ahead and buy her a gift that she could use and use again, and we would be able to use it with school, and it would be able to be something fun that she would really enjoy. So I got her this really cute little apron and chef hat, and then I got her some pink cooking utensils. So there's a spatula and a slotted spoon and a whisk and some tongs, and I think there were a couple of other things, but they're pink, which is one of her favorite colors. And I just wrapped it all together. Oh, it has some pink pot holders with it too, which are super cute. And she is just, every time she goes in the kitchen to make up her eggs or she helped me with the cake pops, she puts all her gear on and she gets all geared up, and it's just adorable. And of course that makes everything just much more fun. So if you're able to, buy some cute gear for them. That'll make them excited as well. It was fairly inexpensive on Amazon. Walmart sells some things as well. So that would be another thing that I would recommend as well. Number 3, so there have been times, I'm not gonna lie, where the girls want to help and I just really quickly need to get dinner out, and I hate to say no. There are those times, of course, where it's just it's not ideally the time to have a cooking lesson. So in those instances, if you're able to, and even if you have younger children, so my youngest is 3 and she also has a lot of food allergies, so I have to be really careful about what she helps with because she is not able to help with everything. One of her allergies is egg. That's one of her severe allergies. So even when she's helping mix things, she can break out and get swollen and things like that. So we have to be aware of that as well. So in those instances, I have to figure out what she is able to help with as far as the youngest. But now she's only 3, so she can't completely understand all of the measurements. Now, of course, I would always recommend explaining it to them as you go, but if you're close on time and it's not the day to do a baking or cooking lesson, pre-measure everything into a bowl. So like pre-measure your dry ingredients such as flour, sugar, baking soda, salt, all of those things. So measure them out, put them in a big bowl, and then just let them dump that big bowl or that big measuring cup into your bowl, and then let them stir it up. And they will think that they helped make the whole entire thing. So I've done that at times as well, if we're really close on time, or just bring the bowl down to their level and let them dump in the chocolate chips at the very end, let them stir a little bit, and usually that'll cut the desire to help, and they'll think that they helped, and they did help. And of course, just having them there and letting them see you do those things in the process, they're learning things as well, and they're watching. So that's super important also. And then number 4, another recommendation, another tip, is to pull up some baking videos or cooking videos or competitions. You can find a lot of these things on YouTube, a lot of Food Network channels. One of Zoe's favorite things to do with me when she was younger, about like 3, 4, we would just sit down and we would pull up YouTube videos on those crazy, beautiful cakes, and you would just be able to watch the process from beginning to end, and it would usually just be music to the tutorial, but it was just really neat to see the whole entire beautiful cake made from beginning to end, and she loved watching those. She would sit there and she would watch the whole thing with me. So that'll stir a little bit of interest in their minds as well. And then one other thing we did this year that was great, super great, was I chose to enroll her in an Outschool class. It was just a 45-minute class, and she happened to be the only one in the class, so it was just her with the teacher, and it was wonderful. It was a baking class, and they made mermaid sugar cookies. So I had pre-measured everything out ahead of time. Now the teacher would have walked her through each of those steps. It was just a bit easier ahead of time to do that. But she sat, and it was just one-on-one with the teacher. Of course, it was virtual. And then I had preheated the oven. I helped her put all of the cookies into the oven after she had molded them and formed them and decorated them, but she absolutely loved it. And it was inexpensive. I think it may have only been about, I don't know, $20 maybe for the class. But just the experience that she had with that was it was so neat to watch her blossom and bloom, and she just thoroughly enjoyed that. So I would recommend that if you if you don't have the time maybe to do it with your child or with your children, try that out, and it may be something that they thoroughly enjoy. And a lot of times Outschool will run promotions that if you sign up for a class and then you refer a friend for that same class and they sign up, they will give you a credit to use towards another class. So that's an option as well. I'm not sure if they're currently running that, but I know at the time that I did some other classes with my kids, we're running that. So check out Outschool, and I recommend it as far as the ones that we've done. It's been great for us. And then the very last tip, have some patience. It is going to be messy. We all know that kids can be messy, especially in the kitchen. So yeah, just have patience with it, and know going into it that you're going to have more to clean up than you did if it were just you, than you will have to clean up if it was just you cooking or baking. It's just a fact of the matter. It's just how it's gonna be. But just try to remember that you're investing life skills, you're investing your time into helping your kids flourish and learn something that they will need to know for the rest of their lives. Kitchen skills are super important. Everyone needs to know how to make a meal, even if it's simple. It's just a wonderful thing to know how to do, and if you start with them now, you're setting them up for success later down the road, and they will be super confident and super happy when they're older to know that you invested the time and that you took the time to allow them to stand alongside of you or to walk alongside you as you taught them these important skills. So yes, thank you for watching today. If you watched the whole way through, I appreciate you being here. This was a fun one to think through and to plan with Lauren. Again, check out Lauren's video. I know I'm super excited to watch her video as well to see what she recommends and her tips. And yeah, thanks again for being here, and go have some fun with your kids. Have some fun in the kitchen. Go bake some cookies, go bake some cake pops, go bake some cakes, whatever you do, just have fun, and remember that any time invested in your children is never wasted time. They are watching you constantly and they are learning from you constantly. So have fun with them while you're learning, and we will talk very, very soon.